Welcome to our journey today to one of the greatest landmarks in American history, Mount Rushmore. In the heart of South Dakota, this mountain stands bearing the faces of four of America's greatest presidents. However, this mountain is not just an ordinary stone statue. It is a gateway to a story full of historical events, mystery, and perhaps even legends. How were these giant faces carved? What is the secret behind choosing these four figures? And what secrets does the mountain hide? Join us on this exciting journey to discover the full story of Mount Rushmore. Let's start at the beginning. In the 1920s, renowned sculptor Gutzon Borglum had a bold idea: create a massive monument to America's greatest presidents. The idea was for the monument to be a symbol of American history and the strength of the nation. But the process of implementing this project was far from easy. Borglum faced countless difficulties, from choosing the perfect location, to financial difficulties, to technical challenges. Why was this particular location chosen? And how did the team manage to sculpt these faces with amazing precision? The answer contains a lot of innovation and genius. You may have wondered, why these four in particular? George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. George Washington, as a founding father and leader of the American Revolution, was the obvious choice. Thomas Jefferson helped write the Declaration of Independence, and his accomplishments extended to expanding American territory with the Louisiana Purchase. Then comes Theodore Roosevelt, who led the United States through an era of major industries and expanded American influence internationally. And finally, Abraham Lincoln, who emancipated the slaves and led the country through the Civil War. Each of these presidents left their mark on American history, and their presence on this monument has profound meaning. Carving into rock, especially on this scale, is no small feat. Imagine the teams of sculptors working in extreme conditions at great heights, using special tools to carve faces that were each 60 feet tall. The carving process required extreme precision, ensuring that the faces were symmetrical and reflected the true details of each president. Despite using primitive tools compared to today's technology, the sculptors were able to complete the work amazingly well. But what about the challenges they faced? From funding to bad weather and repeated delays, there were moments that almost threatened the entire project. Nevertheless, Borglum and his team continued to work with great enthusiasm to complete this project. But behind this iconic historical mountain lies a deep cultural conflict. The land on which Mount Rushmore was built was sacred to the Lakota Sioux tribe. This land was taken from the indigenous people after a famous battle between the tribe and the U.S. government in the 19th century. For the indigenous people, Mount Rushmore is a symbol of colonialism and the assault on their cultural rights. For this reason, the site continues to spark debate today about indigenous rights and American identity. Can Mount Rushmore be a symbol of national pride and at the same time represent a cultural wound for another people? Because every great monument holds some mystery, Mount Rushmore is no exception. Some people believe that there is treasure or secret documents hidden in the mountain's caves. Others theorize that there are secret rooms behind the giant faces. There are even stories that Borglum planned to create a hidden historical room containing important documents for future generations. This room, known today as the Secret Room, does exist, but it is unfinished and closed to visitors. So what was Borglum trying to hide there? Ultimately, Mount Rushmore remains a symbol of Americans, a landmark that tells great stories of leaders, innovation, and history. But it is also a reminder of the complex history of struggle over land and identity. Whether you view it as a symbol of freedom or a site for reflection on the past, Mount Rushmore will always have a distinctive character that attracts visitors from around the world. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all our updates. See you in the next video.